16 super minions, and 5 bat spells. Here we go, next attack going to be coming in, and it is Loop, who did just take a big old defense coming in here against Krieg. Let's see what he can do on this attack. Going to be kicking off with the blimp, and it looks like it's going to be... It is going to be super wizards coming out of there. They were slightly delayed in behind those goblins, which tested the waters for any of those giant bombs. Going to continue to put down those invisibility spells, just trying to pick up heat. Trying to grab, I think, maybe the single target Inferno or perhaps the clan castle, but he does miss those super wizards on that final invisibility spell, so perhaps swagging a spell he didn't really need to swag. Encountering a Tesla farm incredibly early on in this attack as well, and his queen is already taking quite a considerable amount of fire, so it looks like she is probably going to have to go to ability. She is hanging on. Nope, her ability is 4, sadly, and the unicorn couldn't quite do enough to save her. Let's see if she can at least grab this air defense for us. In comes the remainder of our Sui. Now remember, even though that queen ability has gone, she is still alive and kicking. That unicorn, some say it's a little broken, but I think it's balanced fine. That unicorn going to bring that queen up as we progress through the remainder of the base. The ice golem doing its job, freezing everything up, allowing this queen to be healed back up as the king goes out in front and does a little bit of tanking. We have one wizard coming in, just creating that funnel to make sure the king, followed by that queen, are going to push into this scattershot compartment, dropping that king ability to make sure he goes out in front of that queen, protecting her for as long as possible. We are going to be able to grab that scatter shot and hopefully some of these other defenses as well. Royal Champion now going to be making an appearance over from that 9 o'clock section of the base as well. We have the Lalo now coming through from this top section of the base. Doesn't miss on hitting that archer tower with the haste spell, sadly, but it looks like we're making some pretty good progress so far through this attack. There is the Eternal Tome ability going to be getting popped off over towards that right hand side of the base. We do see our queen finally going down to this single target Inferno in the core, but that unicorn is not done yet. That unicorn going to be pushing through, now healing up the Royal Champion here towards the back, and this is a beautiful Lalo coming in here, but we do still have that scatter shot to try and take down. There is an Ice Hound in the mix somewhere, and that Ice Hound is yet to be popped, still sitting on half HP, and this, oh baby, is going to be the first 3-star of this Global Clash Cup match between QSFN and Krieg. A really nice hit coming in there from Loop, and that is the 3-star on the board. Alright, second attack coming in from Krieg, and it looks like it is going to be Stefan coming on through with a... Sorry, is he coming through with 16 super minions and 5 bat spells? This man... Yo, what? We do have 2 multi-target Infernos in this base. This cannot be a serious army composition. Absolutely insane. If this triples, hey yo, let's go. Okay, so Stefan coming on through here. That's right, you guys can see it. 16 super minions and 5 bat spells. Zapping out something, I think that was a sweeper maybe in the core, so getting that out of the way nice and early. We've got the Electro Dragon going to be coming on through from that 12 o'clock section of the base. That's just going to be sitting up there, doing a little bit of chain damage. We now have a Yeti alongside the King going to be coming on through towards that 3 o'clock section of the base. Queen also going to be coming in. The Yeti does not quite do its job though, so it looks like this queen might potentially walk a little bit. That king is still going to push in, hopefully deal with that Eagle Artillery. Nice and early on, we do have the king's ability still to be deployed as well. Dropping all of these super minions down in a line. We do still have that Eternal Tome ability, and we have the blimp. We do not use the Eternal Tome ability to catch that blimp, which is surprising. I thought we would see it coming all the way across the map. Now remember, we do have those bat spells to come through on the back end of this one, so let's see. Oh, so we're going a bit of a naked blimp right there, straight through into the town hall. We are just going to be raging it up, and it looks like he just goes full balloon CC, and that does secure the town hall. Also finding the tornado trap over there. Super minions still making some steady progress through the base. Royal Champion and Queen going to be held up by those lava pups over towards that right hand side of the base. The bats are put directly into a Tesla farm, which is a little bit unlucky. Those Tesla farms could be really damaging towards bat spells, especially early on in the attack. The RC needs to tank this scatter shot to allow these bats to come through in the back end, but better still, she can take it down. And it looks to me like Stefan has just came through with an absolutely mind-blowing triple here against Giovani, and he used 16 super minions and bat spells. Absolutely insane stuff from Stefan here, coming in with a little bit of creativity in this Global Clash Cup match. Satan's curse going to be coming on through here, and let's see what he can do on this attack. We do have those dragons coming through. We've got a little bit of a miniature barge going on at that top section of the base. Flameflinger also going to be making an appearance up there. We've got that giant out in front, just doing a little bit of tanking, making sure there's nothing too heavy. Early activation of that town hall to make sure that Flameflinger does path to it. It's probably going to path to the cannon first and then move forward onto the town hall. Does need to be careful because of the course that Expo can reach it if it's placed correctly. But let's see how Thomas can do here. Alright, I guess we sit back. This is like the old-fashioned Grand Warden walks where we used to just sit and let the Grand Warden do his thing. So slow. That Flameflinger, wow. Look at the placement of that Flameflinger and how, I mean, that wheel technically is over the line of the Expo, but hey, that's pretty OP. Okay, here come those dragons. We know that Town Hall is going to be secured really early with that Eternal Tome ability, getting double Rage Spell down. This is almost like just the typical spam sort of attacks you see. You see the early Eternal Tome, the double Rage Spell, and kind of a spray and pray, I guess. The baby dragon does a nice job cleaning up some of this in 3 o'clock section of the base. King, Queen going to be making themselves pretty useful up towards that left-hand side of the base. Let's see if we can continue making some steady progress here. Okay, last of those rage spells is about to fade out, so we do drop it down through into the core of the base. But nothing is really in that rage spell. That was almost just a completely swagged rage spell right there from Satan's Curse. Queen does still have her ability, so hopefully she's going to be able to pick up a few of these buildings on the back end. Nearly lost that Queen there, but luckily we did still have her ability, and it looks like our heroes are going to be coming on through saving the day, but it looks potentially like Thomas's Lava Hound could be the one that saves the day here. We really need this single target Inferno to go down, but sadly it looks like our Royal Champion is going to be getting held up on this Lava Hound and those Lava Pups. Is the RC in range? No. She steps out of range of that single target Inferno. The King, a man on a mission with his ability, comes through, one-shots the Inferno, and this is still going to be a triple coming on through from QSFN. I thought for a second he might not have enough to push all the way through into the core, but he does get the job done, and Thomas gets taken down. Alright, here we go. Kitano going to be coming on through. And it looks like he's going to be coming in with a Zap Lalo. We do currently have the log launcher selected. We're going to be zapping out the entirety of this section of the base except the Royal Champion. Couple of balloons going to be coming on through. Those are going to try and deal with a couple of the defenses. We do find some Teslas in there as well. So just trying to protect up those troops as they come on through. Queen going to be making an appearance as well. In comes a Valkyrie. Valkyrie grabbing a couple of defenses. King also going to be making his way on through. Baby Dragon does quite a nice job, to be honest, up that left-hand side of the base. And here comes that log launcher. Now, what are we going to be rolling this log launcher over? Does it catch the Eagle Artillery? Not quite, I don't believe, but it is going to catch the Expo. Hopefully should catch this multi-target Inferno in the core as well. So we do have the Ice Golem out in front. But of course, by the laws of the game, the Ice Golem doesn't actually tank anything. It's going to be the King that is going to be tanking for that Expo. We see the multi-target Inferno now locking on to that log launcher. So this log launcher is sadly not going to be able to open up the Town Hall section. So let's see how much value this Sui can actually get. We do still have that Queen ability to be deployed. Poison Spell is down to help us get through the Lava Hound here. Multi-target Inferno still up in the core. And of course, we do need this Queen to step up and deal with it. It's on very low HP. But if that remains up, we could be in trouble. But the queen, she's doing what we needed her to, and down goes that multi-target Inferno. Scattershot is going to be remaining up over here towards that 3 o'clock section of the base. Kitano taking quite the gamble here, going opposite Town Hall side. We've already used our siege as well, which was, of course, the log launcher. Maybe didn't get quite as much value with that log launcher as possible. Misses the Town Hall with that free spell, so has to commit a second free spell right there. Already losing a lot of balloons early on in this attack. A double Ice Hound going to be making its way over the Town Hall. Luckily freezing it up just on time. We do still have the Eternal Tome ability. Finding the Tornado Trap, but that Town Hall is going to be secured very, very late on the Eternal Tome right there. But we have one more haste spell to try and get us through the back end of this one. However, there is a scatter shot, and that scatter shot is already starting to do some serious damage onto this massive pack of balloons. Can they get onto it before they go down? They can, but they are on very low HP, and time is massively against us right here. You're seeing dropping in the Headhunter, just trying to speed up the process on this storage. We have one defense left up, but it is only a mortar. I don't think that is going to be able to stop these balloons from smashing through, but the big issue here is going to be time, but we have done it. The storage does go down, saving just enough troops. And Kitano gets that 3-star on the board. It was a little bit dangerous. I thought for a second there he might fail to secure the Town Hall, but he was patient. He used his spells very wisely. The Ice Hounds popping over the Town Hall was also a nice little touch. And that is a 3-star coming in against Krieg, meaning that QSFN are 3 out of 3. Giovani going to be coming on through with this next attack. We have a couple of Hog Riders in there, potentially going to be used to lure out the CC. But this is going to be our first Queen Charge. Well, we did see a Queen Charge sort of coming on through with a couple of those Super Bowler hits, but it is going to be our first solely Queen Charge attack coming on through here, and it is going to be Giovani of QSFN. We have the Queen pushing on through. It looks like potentially through into this Town Hall section, though it's not going to be the end of the world if she doesn't actually walk into there. We will see potentially the use of a King to snag that. We have a couple of super wall breakers. We are going to be using those Hog Riders, like I said at the start of the attack, to lure out those CC troops, finding a lot of archers, which sadly are going to lock on to our healers, so does need to be careful here. Dropping down that rage spell, we are in range of this scatter shot. She has a tippy toe in the range of that scatter shot, so going to be dropping down that rage spell, just making sure we protect her up. Dropping down a balloon right there as well, just to test the water for any of those seeking air mines, using another super wall breaker, now giving the Queen access through into that Town Hall section. King and Royal Champion coming on through towards that 3 o'clock section of the base. That multi-target Inferno is looking a little bit ominous in the core, though. We do still have our siege, which it looks like we're going to be using that Stone Slammer. I thought we might have seen the King used for that Town Hall, but it looks like we're relying here on the Queen to grab it, though those healers I think will be in range of that Town Hall, but let's just keep our eyes on that. Dropping down the invisibility spell to retarget a couple of these defenses from the Royal Champion through onto our Lalo as it makes some progress through the back end of this one. But as I predicted, it is going to be that multi-target Inferno in the core that is causing us the grief. We are holding off on freezing up the Town Hall. Instead, we rage and pop the Queen ability. We're going to be using the Stone Slammer here on the back end as a little bit of a tank to allow the remaining balloons to try and push it through. We do have that Tesla farm up, so we need to be careful with these balloons with the help of that rage spell, making pretty good progress through. And it looks like Giovani, well, yeah, I think this base is done. He is completely crushing this base of Teemo's. That Queen is still alive. We honestly probably didn't even need her ability. It did help us to get through the Town Hall. He has so many balloons left up in the end of this attack, and it is going to be the 4th 3-star in a row for QSFN. These guys are looking incredibly strong right now. Thomas is going to be coming on through, and he is going to be coming in with a drag bat, zapping out the sweeper there in the core, getting a little bit of DPS done on to the Queen, also grabbing the wizard tower, but the builders are going to be bringing that back up. E-Dragon going to be coming in, helping just to create that funnel. And these dragons are going to be coming through from that 12 o'clock section. We have the king and queen both rocking normal skins. Now, I've noticed Krieg have mainly been using the regular hero skins. So are these guys all free to play? We'll just need to wait and see. But continuing to push on through, that blimp going to be making its way all the way through onto that town hall. Is going to be dropping down right there, able to pick up that town hall with the use of that rage belt and a mass loon CC. Dragons already starting to slow down through from this 12 o'clock section of the base, but we're making some pretty steady progress. Single target Inferno wins its one-on-one with that dragon in the town hall section. We do still have a couple of troops firing on it, but this single is single-handedly crushing through so many of our troops. These dragons are not really getting the value I think Thomas was looking for. We've got the bats now going to be coming in from this left-hand side of the base. We do have an ice golem going out in front. We are going to be freezing up the scatter shot through in the core. We've got a bit of a bat wave at this point. Bats all over the screen. Now, we need these bats to path on through to the scatter before they themselves get taken down. Multi-target Inferno goes down at the back end. Wow. Has he... Thomas is... He's done enough. The issue now is it's a race against the clock. We only have one archer, a royal champion, and the bats. We get a beautiful split here on those bats. Make that 2 archers. We've got one over here towards that 9 o'clock section. Yo, I think Thomas has done it. I think Thomas has brought in the 3-star. Those bats were able to pick up a nice bit of value. I always forget on these drag back attacks how much the bat spells can actually clean up if you get your spell timing and placement right. And his free spells were on point there, and it means the bats should, with the help of the Royal Champion, be able to tidy up the remainder of this base. And it is going to be the second 3-star on the board for Krieg, and they are putting up a pretty good showing of themselves. But sadly here, for them, QSFN were on fire in this war. QSFN, of course, have 1 attack left. Let's see if they can bring in that perfect war. But GG's to Thomas on a nice little drag bat right there. 5th and final attack of this war going to be coming in from QSFN. We're going very heavy on the sneaky goblins here. 16 sneaky goblins, not quite the same as 16 super minions like we did see earlier on in this war. But let's see what they're going to be able to do here. Okay, so we've got a couple of balloons going to be coming through from this top section of the base. We're going to have a blimp. It's going to be a Yeti blimp. Okay, interesting. Can this Yeti grab the queen? Yes, it can. OP. Okay, so we take down the enemy queen and we take down the scatter shot. Maybe it was looking to pick up a little bit more value than that, but hey, it's not the end of the world. We're going to be using our queen coming in from this top section of the base. He's already opened up that town hall compartment. And we have plenty of sneaky goblins here to secure that town hall. He does need to get a couple of test ones in though, I believe. Needs to clear out this gold storage first. Yo, there are no bombs next to this town hall. Okay, Sui going to be continuing to come on through from this 12 o'clock section of the base. We also have the Grand Warden coming in alongside that King and the Queen, which is pretty interesting. Jump Spell is going to be giving them some pretty tasty access through into the remainder of the base. The King going to be pushing out in front. We do have that Skeleton Spell in the mix as well there. That's going to be tanking for the single target Inferno towards that 3 o'clock section of the base. Let's keep an eye on this Town Hall, because we do know that we still need to secure it with those sneaky goblins. And here they come. Maybe not quite pathing where Esk was looking for, but luckily there are no bombs down on this bottom section of the base. And that is the town hall secured. Continuing to make some steady progress through this base. The King finally going to be going down there to the multi-target Inferno. Royal Champion's ability is going to be getting popped off. That hopefully might help take down this multi-target Inferno in the core, because that multi-target Inferno is doing some serious work. So we do decide to freeze everything up right there. Going to continue dropping down those free spells, and the Royal Champion is going to be able to pick up the multi through in the center of this base. Balloon still doing some nice work there. It looks like potentially is some red bombs in and around this town hall section. We find a tornado trap and a couple more red bombs. but I think we have plenty left up here. And Esk is going to be bringing in the perfect war here for QSFN. We saw some really creative hits coming in from Krieg earlier on in this war, which was of course the thumbnail for this video, but QSFN absolutely unstoppable. They bring in 5 back-to-back 3 stars and they win this Global Clash Cup match. 15 stars to 12, completely decimating Krieg here, but GG's to both teams for putting on such a show, and thank you to you guys for watching. If you did enjoy this video, make sure you leave a like, leave a comment down below as well which attack was your favorite. Mine personally was that super minion attack. While you're down there, make sure you subscribe as well, and we'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.
That passes without you on my mind. Not even 1 minute can end up before you come around. I yearn for the days when